Laravel 13 is not just about new features. It is about a new way of writing Laravel code. If you have ever felt that your configuration is scattered across models, routes, and different files, then Laravel is now solving that with something called PHP Attributes. In this video, we are going to break this down in a very practical way, not just what attributes are, but where you can actually use them in real applications like models, controllers, and services. Hi everyone, this is Umesh Rana and welcome back to Programming Fields. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of how Laravel 13 is changing the way of structure our code and how you can start using it in your projects. But before moving ahead, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss the upcoming episodes. Now let's get started. And here is what we are going to cover in this today's episode. So let's first understand what attributes are, and then we will move into real world examples. So we will start from what are attributes. So attributes are basically a metadata, and you can say a metadata is like an extra information attached to classes or methods. Laravel reads this information and behaves accordingly. So in Laravel 13, this introduces a new way of defining attributes. So that we will see in the upcoming slides. Next, we will talk about why attributes. So earlier, configuration was spread across multiple places. Now Laravel is moving towards keeping everything closer to the actual logic, and this improves code readability and maintainability. Now where we can use these attributes? So let's talk about that. So Laravel 13 introduces attributes across multiple parts of the framework, but in this video we will focus on the most practical ones. So in Laravel 13, in almost every classes, like whether it is models, controllers, form request for validation, jobs, and service containers also. So everywhere we can use the attributes. Now we will take a look to the example of model class. So in Laravel, now we can define attributes in this way. Previously, we had to define protected fillable property and we were specifying the field names, right? But now in Laravel 13, this has changed in different way and we have to use the attributes. So this is a very common use case. Earlier we defined fillable properties inside the class. Now we can define them using attributes. Now why this is useful? Because this provides a cleaner structure, easier to read, and configuration stays at the top. So this will highlight the attributes easily in the class. So almost every model use fillable property. So this is very practical example. Now we will see how we can use this attribute in controller. So in controller, we can apply middleware in this way using this attribute. We can keep our logic very close, and again it will be very helpful for code readability and maintainability. So instead of defining middleware in routes, because previously we were defining the middleware directly at the route level and controller level also, right? Now we can directly attach it to the controller using this attribute way. So this improves code organization, readability, and code maintainability. Now we will see the service container example. So in service container also, this will help service binding using attributes. So this is slightly advanced but very powerful. Here we have defined singleton. So the singleton means only one instance of this class will be created and used, right? And this is real world example in which this will relate with feature flags, config services, and shared utilities. Now we will see a quick difference between before versus after. So again, I have taken one example of model class. So previously in model class, we had to write protected fillable property and we were specifying the fields like name, email, etc. Now after introducing the PHP attributes in Laravel 13, we can write this using attributes fillable. So we have to define this hash and big bracket. Inside this we have to write the fillable attribute, and again we have to pass this fillable attributes here. So in other cases also, like in model, if you want to define the table name, DB connection, everything here, we can write it using attribute way. Now we will quickly jump to the terminal and we will install a fresh Laravel 13 application and we will see these in the practical way. So in the terminal, I will simply type Laravel new. And here this is asking for project name. So I will set the project name as my app. Now here we have the options as React, Svelte, Vue and Livewire. So here these options were already available in Laravel 12 itself. So as of now, I don't want to go with any starter kit because I'm just going to do a fresh and basic Laravel 13 setup. So I will go with none, and related to testing framework, by default I will go with best. And now here this asked, do you want to install Laravel Boost to improve AI assisted coding? As of now, I will go with no, and here this is creating Laravel 13 project. So let's wait until this installation finished. Now related to database, I will go with SQLite, and this has executed all the migrations. Now further this is installing paste. And here it is asking, would you like to run npm install? So this is not needed as of now because we don't have any front-end dependencies with node modules. So I will go with no, and yes, the installation has been finished. Now I will jump to the project folder, cd my app, and I will open this in the VS Code editor. Now in the meantime, I will navigate to the official documentation of Laravel 13, and here in the prologue we have this release notes. So if you scroll down, here we have the release notes in which we have a few things to read out. So this Laravel 13 has minimal breaking changes. That means there is no any major breaking changes when you will switch from Laravel 12 to Laravel 13. So regarding the upgrade, we will come to this part later and we will cover that in a separate video. So here we have a quick feature of Laravel 13, which is Laravel AI SDK, JSON API responses, request forgery protection, queue routing, expanded PHP attributes. So today we are going to cover this expanded PHP attributes. However, in our first episode of this Laravel 13, we already took an overview of these all features. Now this is our first episode of this Laravel 13 features. So now if we'll scroll down, here we have some examples of this controller in which we can set the attributes in this way, which we already discussed in this slide, right? Now we will jump to the code editor back, and I will start from app models first. So inside the models, we have this user.php model. And for just a quick comparison, I will open another version of Laravel, which is Laravel 12. So let me open that first. Okay, so here in the left side, we have this Laravel 13 application, and in the right side, we have this Laravel 12 application. So now in Laravel 12 application, I will jump to this models, and let's say I will open this user model. Now let me collapse this sidebar so that we can see the entire snippets properly. So previously in Laravel 12, we had to define the attributes in this way as protected fillable. And here we have the fillable fields. Now in Laravel 13, this has changed to write in this way. So now we can use this fillable attributes and we have to import it from database eloquent attributes. So they have created one attribute as fillable and we have to import it in the namespace and then we can use this. Same thing here in Laravel 12, we had this hidden property in this way. So we had to define it using protected. Now again, this has moved in the form of attribute. Now the cast thing is the same. Here we have the same. Only the fields level properties have been changed in the form of attributes. So this was the one example. Now let's navigate to the controller. So in the HTTP controllers, we don't have any controller in Laravel 13 first. So I will create it using command prompt. So I will type PHP addition make controller, let's say user controller. So the controller has been created. Now if we'll check out, here we have this controller. So now if you want to set any validation or even any attribute in the controller, we can directly bind it here. Now in the previous versions of Laravel, which is Laravel 12, if I will jump on any controllers, like we had this product controller, right? So here we defined this validation rules. So now in Laravel 13, we can change this and we can define it using attributes itself. Now related to middleware itself, if we had to apply any middleware, we had to write in the routes, right? Now in Laravel 13, we can bind that here in the controller itself using attribute. Now if we'll take a look to the other classes like providers, so in the app service provider itself, here we can define the attributes in Laravel 13. So we will see these all things in the practical way when we will build a real world applications. So now quickly jump to the official documentation again. Now here we can see if we have to apply middleware, here we can use this middleware attribute and this should be imported from attributes controller because this is a part of controller. Previously in the model, we saw when we imported this fillable property, this was imported from database eloquent attributes. So the every import can be different. Here this is related to model eloquent, right? But here in the middleware, this is different. This is importing from controller level. Also we have this authorize attribute, right? So if we want to set any authorize for creating or managing the post, we can use this authorize attribute. So this attribute reduces the need to jump across files. Everything is now closer to the logic. Now we will discuss about some important note. So let me quickly jump to this slide first. So attributes are optional. That means Laravel 13 is not forcing you to use attributes. Still, you can use the traditional approach of writing attributes in Laravel 13. You can use attributes when they improve clarity, not just because they are new. So in Laravel 13, this is trying to make more cleaner code and architecture using PHP attributes. Now we will talk about best practices. So attributes are powerful in PHP and Laravel 13, but only when used correctly, because overusing them can make code harder to understand. So simply you can use it wherever it is needed. So now you have a clear understanding of how PHP attributes work in Laravel 13 and where you can actually use them in real world applications. So this is a small shift, but it has a big impact on how you structure and maintain your code. In the next video, we will continue exploring Laravel 13 features in depth and see how they can improve performance and developer experience. So if you want to stay updated and build modern Laravel applications, make sure to subscribe to Programming Fields and hit the bell icon. And let me know in the comments which approach do you prefer, like attributes or the traditional way. So once again, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next episode.